couple of episodes ago, we decided we're going to just dive straight into the roundtables. We're going to save all the juicy bits for some other episodes in the future. We'll do like a monthly roundup show of all the other things that we don't have time for in these in-between episodes, where we really get down to the nitty-gritty deets of the Legends books that we're actually reading, give ourselves time to talk about them in depth instead of, to just talking to each other about crazy Legend stuff that's happening. And when we postponed talking about some of this stuff for a few weeks, we have really ended up with a ton of content for tonight, and I could not be more excited to talk about it. We're featuring the return of an old friend. It was save the reveal for in a minute from now. But last week, did I talk about this on the air, guys? You remember that last week, right after the episode, I was headed out for speaking at the youth group spring retreat. Did I talk about this?
I think so.
We at least talked about it, behind the scenes. I was going out of town. I was going to be a guest speaker at the youth retreat. I was picking Rick's brain about it, not his nose, just his brain. Just for you, Rick.
Important. Thank you.
About like how to communicate with the teens and that sort of thing. And I was bringing chains with me for the theme was Unchained, and then it was a joke like, "Oh, great, Jared's bringing metal chains to hang out with the kids. That's great. It's no problem at all." It was this whole thing. On my way there, something Legendsy happened to me.
Oh goodness.
And it was like, I was so excited to share it with the Utini world, but I saved it and I pinched it down and I held on to it. And I got it. Here it is. Driving alongside me down the road is a black Jeep. And can you guys see what's on the back? You probably can't.
It looks like, is it the First Order?
There's like an Empire symbol. Is that the First Order? Maybe it is.
It's red. I can see
it could be First Order. I don't know my iconography. That's on the side mirror. Can you see that there's red words up at the top above the tire?
Oh, nice. It looks like it says Darth Xana.
It does say Darth Xana. This crazy person has Darth Xana tattooed on the back of their car. What would you do if you saw this rolling down the road?
I would try to get them on the side of the road, so I try to run them off the road so I can talk to them. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's crazy. I mean, that's one of those things where everyone around you would probably just look at it and say, we don't get it. But someone who knows, I mean, if I saw that, if you and I saw that, we were in the car together, someone would have had to been holding the wheel because we would have both been trying to take a picture. We would have wrecked
into them.
Yeah.
Rick, what would you do?
I think I probably would follow behind them as closely as possible for as long as possible to keep the rule of two. No more, no less.
There it is.
So, yeah.
Here's what I did. I sped up alongside them. I got parallel with them, and we're going 80 down the interstate. It's like a 75 speed limit, and we're probably going a little over. I don't remember. We'll say we were going exactly the speed limit because trying to obey the law. I look over and honk my horn and make this gesture. And for our audio listeners, it was lots of thumbs ups and pointing like at the back of his car and excitedly trying not to wreck into him.
Yeah, excitedly
looks at me. Excitedly is what?
Just it's key. It's key to the descriptor of what's happening.
So then he looks over at me with this look in his eyes. I don't know what's happening here. And so then just I'm overexcited and embarrassed and also trying not to wreck at this point. So I just speed along. Nice. I notice at this point that within a minute we got up to an exit and he pulled off.
Oh no.
So, did I make him think that something was wrong with his vehicle?
Yeah. He probably thought there was a monkey on fire jumping onto the top of his Jeep or something. He had no idea.
The monkey on fire was my excitement over his Legends fandom.
You did exactly what I expected you to do. Basically, almost kill this guy and probably piss him off, thinking that you were about to run him off the road to beat him up, not to tell him you loved his Darth Xana trap stamp, or what's it called?
Tramp stamp's got to be a little bit lower on the vehicle. Yeah, it's That's probably not politically correct anymore.
Nope.
Apologies
we'll
to all of our listeners with lower
Not sure
car
what it's called
tattoos.
anymore.
All right. And anyway, I was very excited to report the findings to the team. Whatever became of this person, I don't know. But if you have North Carolina license plates and drive a black Jeep and also love Legends, this is the show for you. And also, I'm sorry. So without further ado, let's start this bad boy. I was thinking of like start your engines. I couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
You get the deal.
I'm just let you hang there awkwardly for a second.
Thank you.
Yep.
And
Appreciate
bingo.
it. Welcome.
And now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legends Look Back, proudly part of the Utini Podcast Network. This is a Star Wars books podcast for people whose Pog collections rivaled their lightsaber collections, where we celebrate our rich EU history as well as dive into lesser-known Star Wars classics. I'm your host, Jared Mays, and I am joined by my legendary co-hosts, looking especially masterful this week, Freddie C. How are you, Freddie?
I'm doing great. This lower third here, it looks like we're gonna have to set it to master.
That's
Freddie.
right.
Yes.
Well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've
Thank
officially
you.
finished the Masters.
Finally, it was a lot of work, a lot of stress, but finally, I'm going to beat you in the read-off.
Ooh.
You also beat me in the race to the master's degree by literally 3 days.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Literally 3 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
Congrats on you. By the time most people listen to this, we will have 2 masters, not doctors. Although I think master sounds pretty cool.
We both discussed going on to get our doctorate, Freddie. We have not
did.
decided. I think we need to. Both of us need to commit hardcore to getting our doctorate degree, so that Living Force has 2 doctors. Legends Look Back has 2 doctors. You know what I'm saying?
And then Rick and Emily are going to get their doctors. There's going to be 4 doctors.
I think Emily has more degrees than the rest of us. We'll get to her in a
She
second.
does.
How about right now? Because she's back! And she's half the woman she once was. That is the Star Wars Madonna of Legends Look Back with the baby and the halo. Emily Dayback, welcome back.
I actually just passed the baby off. So the baby is here. The baby is healthy. And I actually already have my master's degree, so I'm sorry I did beat every one of you. So am I the best? I mean, it's up for debate. Drop it in the chat.
A bunch of masters.
Bunch of masters. Yeah, no, I'm so excited to be back. I read so many Legends books while I was in the hospital with my son, and he was a boy. So exciting.
I'm glad that what was our name for him again?
Darth Tumnus Sheev Farfalla.
Nice.
That's his name.
Really escalated, didn't it?
That's right.
It really did. It built and snowballed, and like the team added to it, the chat added to it. It was a great combo.
Love it.
Doctor. All right, I'm officially naming him Dr.
Dr. Darth
Farfalla. I've lost it.
Dr. Sheev.
The third.
Oh.
You know who also is not a doctor? I don't know how to transition here. From the big bad world of Texas, Rick Grace.
I am here. I feel like an uneducated, uncultured swine compared to you fine people, but I'm
No
here.
I
way,
did just say
man.
you're from Texas.
Oh, I'm not from Texas. I just live in Texas. I'll claim it though. I didn't birth. My wife birthed 2 Texans, So
I feel like if Jared moved to Texas, all of his exes would somehow follow him, and they'd all be there.
The exes is a whole thing lately. I'll tell you what. Did I talk about this on the show?
No,
probably
I
probably
can't
not.
remember. You definitely talked about it, but I don't remember if we were recording.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's good.
Fine.
Nothing at all a problem.
We got a lot of
Use your
content to cover.
imagination.
Lead us off here with the Legends books. We, while you were out, did the infamous Legends race to the finish, and Tyler from the Cosmic Force, in fact, jumped over into our Legends Look Back chat today just to gloat. To make sure that we include this segment on the show, he requested that this becomes an official scoreboarded activity so that he can just brag to us about how he has read more Legends books than the rest of us since we began our competition. What was that, 3-4 weeks ago? So not from the entire year. We had an official start date somewhere that 2-3 weeks ago. So Emily, you said you've read a lot of Legends books.
Yeah.
How many have you read since your baby was born?
Oh gosh. So I read Shadows of the Empire, the Jedi Academy trilogy.
Oh, that's 4. You just said
That's
that
4.
like you read the entire trilogy?
Yeah.
Wow.
We were there for a long time. I actually have that. That's like my Thrakenstore store. So I don't know if we should just save it for that. But like I've read a lot, like more than I read like all of last year.
We can update it in a second if we need to. But
I like how Emily casually just dropped, "Oh, the Jedi Academy trilogy."
Yeah. So fun fact: the Kindle version, like it says like the percentage at the bottom, which is really fun to track. But it was over at 67% for each one of those books. Like, so I thought I was braced for a long haul, and then like a little over halfway I just thought, man, these are really action packed for like it's only 60% of the way through, and then it would like abruptly end. So it was really gratifying, like, oh wow, I just like crushed that book.
That's how it
like
is.
You like want to read the next one?
All the Star Wars Legends books on Kindle, they
put
like that? A ton of stuff in the back.
I learned that too.
It's like so rewarding, because then the next one I was like, oh, am I gonna get like, I don't know, I just felt like I was cheating. I got done early or something.
We need to get your official count. She's at least at 4 so far, which is definitely beating Freddie, who's at how many?
Oh wait, and Teresa Bakura. So I'm at 5.
Okay, she's at 5. I'm Teresa Bakura. Perfect.
Dinos.
Freddie, you are wearing the
Goodreads.
dinosaur shirt tonight.
I am.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Put some
little dinosaurs.
Put some Intect souls on that shirt.
Each one of these is a soul. This one's not finished yet. I'm just kidding.
Perfect. Well, congratulations, Emily, both on being back on the show, also on absolutely demolishing us in the competition.
Yeah. I think I've got 1, so I'm in second place. Yeah! Woo!
Yeah!
What's your book? What was it, Rick? Rebel Dawn?
Paradise Snare. Or, Rebel Dawn. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Since we began the competition, I have 1 with an asterisk. And here's why there's an asterisk. It was not one of the Legends books that was on my list of Legends books I had not yet read and needed to read by the end of the year. It is, however, a Legends book that I needed to read for the show, because we're doing Kenobi coming up in just a few weeks for Kenobi Week. And I wanted to get in a reread so I could write the questions, and then we're working on something else, a little spicy. Got to save it for the big reveal. I had to reread the book. This was my 5th reread of Kenobi. Does it count? Can I put it up? It was an audiobook, so there's another reason. Does it count?
Rereads count, I think.
The competition originally was trying to read the books we had not yet read.
Yeah, racing to the finish.
But it still counts as a book. I mean, it's still the same amount of time.
I literally listened to it while running.
I mean,
good for you.
points for the run, but
you got a little something on your shoulder there. Brush that off.
Freddie, what do you think?
I have had dandruff.
I mean, what if I read Truset Bakura 5 times? Would we mark 5 books?
No more than 1 reread, I think, counts for this side.
Okay.
Like, you can't do it again.
Are we just doing a total? Are we going to redefine the rules right now and just say all Legends books that you read? Because in most cases, you're not going to reread. You're not going to read 2 of them in a row, right? Or the same book twice. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
Tyler's in the chat.
Covering.
He says
but Tyler's wanting to beat me, so I don't think his opinion counts.
You're wanting to beat him, so I don't think your opinion counts.
That is true.
All right, what do you think, Rick?
I don't know. I think audiobooks are fair, and I am about to count Wedge's Gamble, so I say rereads count, but let's try to race to the finish and not just reread.
Feel like it should count if you haven't read it yet this year, maybe.
All right. I like Emily's rule. It's going on the board.
All right. We'll say it has to be you haven't read it in a long time, or
The stuff just falls out of my head. I'll tell you that. It's like I'm reading it for the first time.
Well, no, because that wouldn't be fair to Tyler. But if you haven't read it for Legends Lookback, we'll just do. If you haven't read it in a long time, you can add it to the list.
We'll remove it from my list, from my score. We'll remove it from the score when I get a few more up there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. No, don't. Hey, come on. Just at least give me an asterisk. At least an asterisk.
I don't know if I can do an asterisk.
-1.
Oh. You just how did I get to the very bottom?
Yeah.
This isn't right.
Tyler,
Well, all right,
Tyler got one,
is-
right?
Tyler has officially finished X-Wing Mercy Kill. He has
Nice.
moved on to Maul Prison Break. What's that sucker called?
Ooh.
Lockdown.
Lockdown. There it is. Yep. And here's my question. I'm going on a trip in a few days. I'm almost at the end of my canon book. I am going to get to bring a Legends book with me. What should it be? Right now I'm leaning toward I got 2 more Tales books. Tales of the New Republic and Tales of the Empire. I got 2 more of those. I've already read 2 of those in a row. I also got the the ebook from the library of Scourge.
Mm.
So that one's on
That's a
my
cool
it's on the
title.
iPad. You don't have to bring an actual book.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's always nice. Have you read Runes of Dantooine yet?
I have not.
That might should be the one. I feel.
That might be the one.
It might should.
If that's the one I bring, then Freddie, I'm gonna make Freddie like do a read along with me in person. We're gonna just set up a camera. We're gonna get up some cozy chairs, get some nice hot beverages. We'll put on like suits and some pipes.
Oh,
You have pipes, Freddie? And
You know
we'll,
what?
Those like bubble pipes. Do you remember when they used to have those that you like blew into it and like bubbles would come out?
I got the best bubbles.
No, I have no idea. But we'll do like a
That would be better.
sophisticated,
Moist.
like a sophisticated reading of Ruins of Dantooine.
A Gentleman's Tale.
That's right. I think
Road. A gentleman.
this might work. This might work.
I mean,
Oh.
I've got my smoking jacket. I've got some pipes. I can find some of the
Man.
the
You have
best
a
soap in the
smoking
industry.
jacket, like no,
Yeah,
Do you really?
yeah.
you
Yeah, I
actually
do.
have.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised. This is
Do you
on
use
brand.
it?
This is happening.
This is
Officially,
so on brand.
It's
for
happening.
Freddie.
Find that
Is
smoking
it
jacket.
bespoke? Your
Bespoke.
bespoke smoking jacket.
A bespoke. Bespoke.
I'll read it like Admiral Akbar.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk for a
Yeah.
second about Mark Thompson's excellent job at Akbar? Like the way he
Oh yeah.
puffs out right before he talks. It's so
That's not
good.
bad, Rick.
Thank
That's
you.
pretty
Rick,
good,
that
actually.
was-
Good.
Thank you.
Hey, somebody,
It's
get
gonna
on the
clip
puppet
that.
for Akbar right now, this instant.
I got trapped.
I think Jared's
wow.
typing it away over there.
I'm responding to a comment in the chat. Well, I
Uh.
appreciate the feedback. I might just bring Ruins of Dantooine. I don't hate this idea. I don't hate it at all. I also don't hate the fact that I'm gonna get to meet Freddie in person for the first time in 3 years. Freddie, we've been doing the show for 3 years,
It's true.
and we have not met in person.
Nice.
Isn't that
Does
crazy?
he have
Wow.
legs? We're about to find out.
Huh. That's fair. Like we don't know. You don't know.
Am I wearing clothes besides this shirt? We'll never know.
I'm gonna know. I'm gonna be there, Freddie. I'm coming to your house.
Well, you'll never know at this moment.
Yeah.
A little
Well,
secret.
Well, yeah, we are looking for ideas on what Freddie and I should do together for some Legends Look Back video content. So all ideas are welcome, as long as they're at least decently appropriate in the YouTube chat as well as in the Discord. Freddie, you do have, speaking of our good buddies over in the Discord, a little note that you got from a listener. This is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Really exciting. So in the future, if you guys write to me specifically, I'm not going to read it word for word on air. I'll always summarize it and keep out a lot of the details that don't need to be on the air. But yeah, we got an email from Jeremy from Vermont. He's a Patreon member and fan of Legends Look Back. He just bought Truce at Bakura, and he asked me, Freddie C, to sign it for him. I must talk about it a lot. I must talk about it quite a bit. I'm not the author, but I would.
We've already talked about
absolutely-
it on this show.
Yeah, just about every episode, I would say. I'm very honored to do that, of course. And I got a surprise for Jeremy. Jeremy, I'm going to give you the address. You're going to send that book over to me, and we're going to keep it hostage. We got a little surprise. When we give it to you, I'm sure you're going to be very excited. So thanks, Jeremy from Vermont, for writing in. And I really appreciate it. And we appreciate you. We do this because it's fun for us, and we know it's fun for everybody else as well. So
Totally. I'll say this much. Getting ready to go to Star Wars Celebration here in a few weeks. A bunch of us from UTini are all getting together. Freddie's going to be on the panel, so that'd be cool. What if you can watch Freddie on the Star Wars YouTube channel? We don't know if it's going to be streamed or not, but Still very cool, very cool. But a bunch of us from the team are all getting together. Sorry, Rick, you're not going.
I know.
F's in the chat for Rick. But I was telling some friends the other day, what out of all the panels, there's a few things, I'd like to go to. But really all that matters is the community that we built. I'm excited to get to be with my Star Wars friends. We've got a tremendous community over here at UTNE, specifically also with Legends Look Back. So shout out to all of our listeners and to Jeremy. So Emily, you mentioned that you've got some books. Let's see them. It's time for Legends Look Out. We need one of those stingers, Rick. Get on this. Put it in the in your to-do list. Like
as long as I can do sound effects, or something.
Yeah, just do that like with your. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Rick, we could we'll film some cutscenes.
Yeah.
With you and me. We'll make a production of this.
We'll have to get like the tracker that they have at Indoor. Is it Indoor? No, it's Yavin.
Yavin.
I want to look like the hunter
Yeah.
from what is it? Jumanji.
Okay. Yes.
The
British, the super British guy. Yeah.
Yeah, with the hat. Exactly.
That stash though.
Nice socks.
That stash. Yes. All right. I love it. How do we get on the topic?
Perfect. Who's up first?
What are we doing?
Your Thraken's thrift store, which I saw the realization happen. This is really cool. I was going through the Han Solo trilogy book club, the channel, the thread there in the Discord, when everybody around Christmas was reading, around the holiday season. Excuse me for being politically incorrect. I'm notoriously bad at that. We're going through here, and I found somebody said, "Hold on, Thraken's in here?"
Huh?
As in Thraken's thrift store? They didn't know. They found out about Thraken through us. Isn't that
That's so awesome?
All right, what you get, Rick?
All right, so it's been a while, so I got a lot. Are we surprised? I showed this last week briefly, but I got a hardcover of Mall Lockdown. Looks nice, really cool. Excited about it.
Sleek.
Like those colors.
I got 3 books on eBay's buy 2 get 1 free kind of deal.
What?
It's
What?
like
There's a thing?
yeah, eBay books. Yeah, sometimes like what? That's books. eBay.
Enable us, Rick. Let us know when this happens.
It's like all the time. There's just sellers who always have like these kind of deals on there. And they're not like
Rick, we have one rule at UTini, and it's not keep the fan code. It's enable.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Well, it's a mixed bag. Okay, but yeah, check out eBay for books, and you'll never know what you find. But this is the life of Luke Skywalker. I was kind of bummed because I wanted it a hardcover, and I got a paperback. But it's there. And then this one I have been searching for that just was casually for like a couple bucks. It's Glove of Darth Vader, Lost City of the Jedi, Zorba the Hutt's Revenge. It's book 1. And I've had book 2 for forever. What is this? What's the series?
Show the pictures, Rick. Show the pictures.
All right.
Show the pictures. What are these called? Jedi Prince.
Yeah, Jedi Prince. So you have a character list such as Epic, Grand Moff Dunhausen, and Grand Moff Muzzler.
Get that Wookiee up close to the camera.
Chewbacca.
Oh, I love those.
You can't see it.
Those are,
It's out of focus.
those are from the original book, aren't they?
Yes, it's yeah. There's tons of pictures in here, man. Tons. It's great.
They're spectacular.
Illustrations. Looks like a whale, big old whale.
Oh, there's whales.
Man.
Oh, there are whales.
Are we talking about Star Trek and space whales, or is this something else?
Space
Drew
whales, space
Struzan.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Drew Struzan did the cover for these books. And just recently, he reposted on Twitter. He reposted the Glove of Darth Vader #1, and the fan response to it was wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody, it might have been Matt Martin, said, "This is the most heavy metal Star Wars cover there ever." That's big.
Yeah.
I said Star Wars, but make it metal, right? So it's Darth Vader's glove, lightning, all the main characters, and just whales.
I love it, man.
Pretty good. Another book I got was so there's a story behind this. I picked this one up a few weeks ago, and I showed it on the show a couple weeks ago, the Star Wars storybook. And then I was like, hey, that's like the first Star Wars book I ever read that I've had for years, the Return of the Jedi storybook. And so I was like, hold up. There's probably an Empire Strikes Back. And so I picked up.
And this is how you get down the rabbit hole,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
That's right. And so now I have the whole trilogy of original trilogy storybooks that are full color photographs with like a not quite a novelization, but just a little description of that tells the story. Kind of for kids, but not also just for kids. And then I've been buying some other stuff.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I have a problem.
Here it is.
I have a problem.
How many books did you not read this week that you bought?
I didn't buy. Listen. I told my wife that she'd be really proud of me because I will be bringing in probably 6 or 7 figures into the family this month, and she misinterpreted because one was Darth Raven.
Raven.
Yeah, Darth Revan. Sorry. Then we got an Anakin, and Clone Commander Wolf. Gotta say hi to him. One of my favorites, Grand Moff Tarkin, Power of the Force.
Love it.
Good old Darth Vader. And then I started listening to Jared. And a few weeks ago, he told me...
My sermons, those videos?
Not that. That too. Those are good. But on our collecting episode, you said that you really need to, just pick one thing. But then get everything you see, possibly. No matter your state of financial security, just buy everything of that one thing. And so I bought, I think, 4 Ahsokas. So there's the little one. There's the Kenner one. And then 2 of the bigger ones from Rebels and Clone Wars. And I have a Mandalorian Ahsoka on the way. So thanks, Jared.
Are they different at least?
Yeah, like they're all slightly different. Like the lightsaber color changes, depending on, her story there.
I've got one
and
of those.
Like her face, matures and all that. She goes from preteen to like Mandalorian. It's actually Rosario Dawson, like her face, on a
Her
toy
brain
form.
tails get longer and then they get shorter.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Actually, yesterday before I took my daughter to school, my 4-year-old, she asked if she could play with me first. We had like 10-15 minutes. We had to leave, and I had other things to do. And I was like, you know what? Sure. Whatever you want to do, 15 minutes, let's do it. She said she wanted to come upstairs and play with the Star Wars toys. I was honored.
Nice. Yes.
It was a real toss-up between the Power Rangers toys and the Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Then we played Star Wars toys, and I kid you not, Ahsoka went on a road trip in Luke Skywalker's land speeder with Boba Fett.
Wow. Okay.
And then at the store, we found another Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Nice.
So the 2 Boba Fetts had a duel.
Man, they're just that's so awesome.
Which actually happened in Legends.
I was gonna say that actually happened.
It did.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, who's up
That's
next?
cool.
Emily, you've got some.
I do. I have a lot.
Also, F's in the chat for Rick's wife.
7 figures. Oh, so good, Rick.
Thank you.
Emily.
Yeah. So fun fact, children's hospitals usually have a lot of resources, typically a lot of books. And we happened to discover that there was, and I think we did a video on this show.
Yeah, it was on the show.
That it's called the Family Resource Center, and every day you're inpatient, you can go in and get a hole punch and pick a book. And it's supposed to be for books to read to your children, and I will at some point. Shadows of the Empire, not a book you should read to your children. Reading about Prince Shizor's pheromones while in a children's hospital is wildly uncomfortable.
I think they put you on a registry for that kind of stuff.
I felt so as soon as I got to that part, I closed my book and put it. I was like, I will finish this later. And I just put it to the side because it just felt wrong. Anyway, so I have Shadows of the Empire, Courtship of Princess Leia, which I actually already listened to the audio version of this. Darth Plagueis.
But the audio isn't unabridged, so we're counting it in your total.
What?
The audio book isn't unabridged, so
No.
this is your first full read through.
Okay, well, I'm glad I got it then because I
There you
totally
go.
counted it, but I didn't actually count that in my 5 that I've read.
All right, she's up to 6.
I started Plagueis and I kind of lost my interest. I'm not gonna
It's a
lie,
beast.
but I will finish it.
It's a beast.
I'll
It's
finish it
dense.
later. At
Yeah.
Truce at Bakura, I learned a lot about Freddy and about other things. And then Choices of One, which I haven't started yet, but
Wow.
very excited. That was a massive, I think I probably.
All right, hold those up for the camera.
Yeah,
This is the
Hold
shot.
this up First of
All
all,
right.
look at
Yeah,
the
there it
crisp
I don't know
books
if you
there.
can see that.
That's
Those are
the
so
shot.
crisp
You got
looking.
it. You got it. There it is. They're gorgeous.
They are. They are quite beautiful. And in fact, Choices of One doesn't even have a banner.
Nice.
So that was exciting. And then I also got an Audible version, not Audible, a Kindle version of Shadows of the Empire, which I didn't realize that I already had the Kindle. Like I just went ahead and bought a book, which is a big thing. I don't normally do that, but I bought the Kindle version instead of asking the library to buy it. And then I read the paper copy instead. And then I read the Jedi Academy trilogy on Kindle. But yeah.
Speaking of Kindle books, there's a sale happening right now.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. See if I can find it. I just remembered this. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
Who's not the enabler?
We should enable each other. All right. It's like, you guys help me out, I'll help you out.
Just a reminder, everyone, there is an episode out there. If you don't really feel like spending money on Star Wars or Legends books, a lot of free resources.
Oh yeah.
A reminder.
I've got lots and lots and lots of options.
That's right. Yeah,
from
Emily
that
got those for
episode.
free, for example.
I did.
The sale, if you can find it, is spend $25 or $30 on ebooks.
Oh, yeah, that's old news.
You've already done it.
I've already done it. I bought the X-Wing 10-book series when I got paid yesterday for $60.
Nice.
Got all 10 of them, and so yeah.
And you get $6 in credit.
Yeah.
So it's like, so then that's an extra book. That's
Yeah.
a free book right there.
Or some comics, whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love
good
that
stuff.
Rick has already pulled the trigger on it.
You already figured it out.
I love it, man.
You can't
Got
sneak a
some
sale
tips,
past
man.
me.
You got anything, Freddie?
I do. It's nothing I bought. It's something that I discovered in my old collection that I haven't gone through in a long time.
Cool. That works. We'll
And
count it.
Yes.
it's something that we're going to probably play on this show. It's a really fun book, but it's called, well, I should probably read it because I can't read it backwards. Obsessed with Star Wars. Test your knowledge of the galaxy far, far away. With, check that out, a ton of questions, 2,500.
That's
And
a lot.
this little
Including
thing here,
EU questions.
it has a lot of EU questions. You press this little button here, it picks a number, you go to it, and you guess the answer, and it'll tell you if that was correct or not. So I'm pretty excited that I found this because I feel like it's going to be a really fun addition to the show.
So, Freddie, since I am losing the Legends race to the finish,
I'm sorry, what was that?
let
I think
the
your
good
audio
folks
cut out. So
know
weird.
who won the test question at the beginning of the episode before we
Yeah.
went live about Figuring Dan.
Yeah, I should remind everyone, when it comes to how many books everyone has read in the Legends universe, Jared for sure comes out on top. That's so let's not forget that.
Thank
right?
you.
But there was a question back here asking about who played the, what was it, fanfare in the modal nodes, and once I named it all, Jared was right on it. He didn't even need to think for a second. So
Yeah.
That's right. His
not
name
forget.
is Nalan Chio. I know that because there are two. I got him right up. I can't reach it from here. There's two different Biff Cantina musician Funko Pops, Figuring Dan and Nalan Chio. Because Eric and Charlie helped enable me to get them back when I was collecting all of the Cantina characters. Because if there's one thing they are good at, it is enabling the Funkos.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Absolutely,
Freddie.
yeah.
I'm glad you found that. I can't wait for us to get into it. I've got some things to show off. All right. My wife had a birthday a few weeks ago. I put together an itinerary. I made a secret plans with her best friend from college to come up and visit us, and I made the dinner reservations, and I did the Google searching, and I pulled the addresses and made sure places were open, and did the math on how long it took to get from place to place, and I budgeted the money and gave them the cash and paid for the gas. I think I forgot to pay for the gas. Anyway, I made the plans for the birthday. The friend came up. One of the things is they went to this awesome, really cool used bookstore in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and right down on Dixon Street, off the University of Arkansas campus. And while they were there, without me even asking her, I wasn't going to ask because it was her birthday. My wife sent me a picture of the Star Wars section
Oh man.
and said, "Do you need any of these books?" Now, let me just explain how exciting that is to me, because I was specifically not going to ask.
Oh, that's love right there.
I was not gonna ask, and she asked me if I wanted any of the books, and I said yes. So she bought me a bunch. Here we go. A very good condition copy of the Cestus Deception.
Oh man, yeah, that is like looks
hey,
brand
that's
new.
Not bad.
The fact that you can get a Legends hardcover in this good condition randomly on the shelf in a random used bookstore in the South,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is, especially one I didn't have, because I've got a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I do have a slight question. In the South, is there a difference in the Star Wars Legends book qualities in the North versus the South?
I mean, I'm implying that they're dirtier,
Wow,
but that's probably
cultural prejudice. Yes.
It is.
Let's examine that at a later date, but keep going.
Yeah, I'm offended.
This is why we have Emily on the show.
Yeah.
I'm over here just
like
trying to look
most
at the
of us
show
are
notes.
from the South,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Yeah.
maybe there's something to. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I say it with love, and I
Just
do
remember
apologize.
who was the
It's
master.
the humidity. That's
And-
the problem. It's the
Yeah.
humidity.
That's what I'm saying.
Book quality. I mean, it's hard to keep it in pristine condition when it's like
True.
85 and up % humidity.
Yeah.
If you keep it in the desert, though, you can leave it out.
Oh yeah,
Forever. It'll never. Yeah.
just keep it out of the
Besides
sun.
the sun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
West-
it on the sun. Yeah.
Wes Jenkins from Texas has showed up in the chat to complain. All right. So not only did she go to the adult section, she also went over to the
Hold on. Okay, never mind. Got it now.
young.
Yeah.
She went over to the adult Star Wars books,
There you
and
go.
then she went over to the young readers too.
Oh.
Oh wow,
like, she went the
that's love.
It's something I would do.
Mm.
And apparently she's done it with me enough times at the
She
used
knows
bookstore
the drill.
to know the routine. And she went over and she also got me a couple. I now am only missing one of the Last of the Jedi books. So I got my Last Jedi shirt, and then you got the Last of the Jedi. I can't find the right place to put them to get them on camera. Nope, not there. All right. I now am only missing one of them. Got 9 out of 10. And then Rick,
Yeah.
just because I got to compliment what you got. I got volume 2 of the Jedi.
Oh,
Prince hardcovers.
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, featuring that funky Wookiee face in the front. Oh, it's Chewbacca. He don't look like Chewbacca. He looks like Chewbacca's no good, super terrible, very
Ew.
bad day. You know what I'm saying?
It
Which is that Zorba there?
Yeah, he's looking slimy.
Yummy.
Nothing like slimy Hudson. I've got one more very epic thing. Oh my goodness! I was looking through the art. This is not the epic thing, but it is epic. Zorba with his dreaded beard
Yes.
falling
Wow.
out of a spaceship.
In
Is
motion.
that not the best image that has ever been on?
Do you think the
I love
pouch
that.
would help slow him down during a fall?
Most definitely. It's definitely a drag surface,
Yeah.
you know?
Drag
So
coefficient's a little higher with that pouch.
That's right. That's right.
If there was a Legends coloring book, I would want that to be in it.
I want the
'cause that would
technical
be
manual
just a
of Hut
delight.
anatomy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the physics of like if you drop a hut from so however many, what does it make a sound?
Oh, it'll make a sound all right. Moist.
Speaking of sounds, you should have heard the sound. You should have heard the sound that I made when I got this next thing. It's my last thing in Legends Look Out.
Oh, I'm
Look Out.
excited.
Ooh.
This is a big one. This is such a big reveal that it deserves like an episode of its own. I might actually have to film the construction of said gift. When I went on the youth retreat, I did not receive any payment for doing so, which is fine. Like I'm salaried. It was an in-house thing, not a big deal. Today, the youth minister calls me in his office. He says, "I've got something for you. Look on the couch under that sweatshirt." And
Revolver.
I'd already had he is a gun
Big
guy.
gift wrap.
I'd already had a bit of a weepy morning. I had kind of like some emotional moments. So it's kind of like emotionally depleted. It's been a big week. Freddie and I both working on our big papers for grad school. It's exhausting. I'm vulnerable, sleepless.
Yeah.
And then he shows me this. All right, coming to the one. Here we go. I just lost. There goes my internet cord. That's how epic this is. We're dropping internet cords and everything. All right. Here it is. The
Whoa.
Millennium Falcon Lego
No
set.
way.
Oh
He just gave that to you?
my
Yeah.
goodness!
Where do you work again?
Nice.
Church. He all right, so we've got an Amazon returns store here in town. And he's like a
There's
wheeler and
store?
dealer. Yeah. And he found this there. It's first of all a knockoff Lego set. And second of all, a return.
Nice.
So, in other words, it's literally garbage, which is
Garbage.
perfect because the Millennium Falcon. What a piece of junk.
Nice.
You know, it's
Nice.
and if I'm missing any pieces, it's fine. I've got a huge bucket of Legos. I'm gonna have to like use some replacement parts. Anyway, they're all in the bags. Only one bag has been opened at all. It was sticky. The pieces aren't. The bag was a little
moist.
But I'm very. I literally.
But we've determined that everything you buy in a store in the South is sticky. So
Correct. That's right. Yeah, my boss
it's
Nass.
really
was
just
sticky.
par for the course.
I still remember the squeal, like it was yesterday, that Meg made when I mentioned that the Boss Nass that I bought was sticky. So this Millennium Falcon,
Oh man.
how is it gonna turn out? I'm very excited. Working on it a little bit tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do one bag per like times that I study through in my grad school notes. You know what I'm saying? Like a reward.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boeing Crazy. I can't quite read it. It's small on my screen. For the sub. That's cool. Did see that pop up? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, that was crazy. Boeing crazy or being crazy? It looks like Boeing.
Jury's out on that, but whoever you are, welcome and thanks for the sub. All right, well that's a lot of stuff in Legends Lookout. What else you got?
For old time's sake, should we play Rick one-ups Jared one more time?
Yes, every time.
Every
What?
time.
I love it.
It's my favorite part.
I forgot since we're talking about new churches and all that.
There's no way you can one up my Millennium Falcon. This is literally the biggest Star Wars gift I have ever got.
Actually, I don't.
I'm gonna play on your words there carefully. Okay.
Okay.
So when I was new to the town, new to the church, they have a tradition. It's called pounding, and
They beat the heck out of you, man.
that's what you
Welcome
think.
to Texas,
Yeah.
sucker.
But it means everyone gives you a pound of something, right? And of course, like it's like a pound of sugar, a pound of eggs. I don't know why a pound of eggs, but you know what I'm saying, like just pound of stuff. But people don't always give you a pound. Like I got like gift cards and just nice welcome to town cards, whatever.
A pound of gift cards. Now we're talking.
I know. But one family, they're like, "Hey, what do you like?" And I'm like, Star Wars." And they're like, oh, "Okay, cool." So you said that's the biggest gift you've ever received. I'm going to one-up you by showing a bigger gift in size. And so this is a gift.
Is it a CVS receipt?
It is
Whoa.
a giant poster with all
got
of the
that too,
movie
Rick.
posters. Nice.
I just bought it a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's huge.
I got it as a gift.
You're right.
So it's bigger, but it's not quantitative or qualitatively better, I guess. But it's
maybe more valuable.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby, man. They've got a lot of Star Wars stuff.
They do.
A lot. I was like, there's no way Hobby Lobby's going to have anything cool Star Warsy. It's probably all just kishy. And it was, I was like, this is awesome.
For sure.
Well, that's very cool, Rick.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
A pound of
that's awesome.
spice is what Wes recommends.
Hey, give me a couple death sticks and I'll be good.
You might have actually gotten a pound of spice.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. What
death
else
sticks is
do
a
we
spice,
have?
right?
Those are.
I have no
it's,
idea.
It's space drugs. We're
Yeah.
not supposed to talk about drugs.
Glitter stem?
Split stem.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really know the difference.
Those are our Star Wars acquisitions. We do have a ton of
Yes.
Legends news this week. First and foremost, Freddie, I know Star Wars Celebration is happening, in your hometown, but
Yeah.
it's still a big deal for the rest of us. All right. And in fact, the schedule was released 2 days ago, telling us what the panels are and who's on them. Utini is on one of them. That's very huge. Congratulations to Utini. Ever heard of him? There's another one that was this supposed to be announced? It was. It's since been moved to the DL. I don't know the status of how official this is, but it was released as part of the official panel schedule. There was no hyper fanfare, which makes me think maybe it wasn't supposed to come out yet. We're not going to call it a leak because that seems like, you're implying that somebody should get in trouble. Oh, we're not saying that. We are saying, however, that this is awesome. Tales of the Jedi is at least rumored, potentially, to be the title of the new animated series being announced at Star Wars Celebration. Can I get a whew for this news?
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is very interesting. I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to be
What
about.
is
I have
that?
no idea. Do you guys have any idea what
No.
this is going to be about?
What's
No
the
clue.
fire in the background?
It's a
Those
lot
are
of people.
lightsabers.
They're Jedi holding lightsabers, or are they Jedi?
Okay.
Hmm.
Or are they?
Okay.
It's an artistic rendition.
I bet they
Don't
have some
overthink it.
It's
tales
cool.
to say and share.
Yeah, they're Star Wars
Yeah.
tales. That's what they are, sticking up in the air. Tales of the Jedi is without a doubt one of my very favorite Star Wars properties ever created. Emily, it's the comic from the early '90s with Exar Kun and Frieden Nad and Ulic Qel-Drama. Oh man, just saying those words makes me giddy.
It's a great series. I really do enjoy the series, and I don't know what this is going to be about. It'd be really interesting to see if it has anything to pull from it. But as we've seen with Star Wars, it seems like they want to create their own story, but maybe have a couple Easter eggs here or there, or maybe
That's
a
all I
generic
need.
theme.
That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes peeled. Star Wars Celebration coming up at the end of May 24th through 28th. I'm at least ballpark on those dates. And during that time, we will have more news to report one way or the other. If it exists, if it doesn't, if it has any Legends connections whatsoever about Tales of the Jedi. But I'll tell you this much. Nothing on Earth will stop me from being in the room for whatever is announced or isn't announced with Tales of the Jedi. All right, Rick, what's up next? Tell us about the video games.
All right, so there is a May the 4th video game sale coming our way. There are going to be tons of great sales. It's May the 4th, just around the corner, like next week. Isn't that crazy? So here's some things to look out for. You can save up to 75% on Star Wars games on Xbox starting, what is that, today? Today through May 5th. Save up to 70% on Star Wars games during the Games Under 20 sale on PlayStation from yesterday through May 11th. You also can find a sale on Star Wars Battlefront, the classic 04 version, as well as Battlefront 2, the 2005 version. Both of those are 50% off on Xbox. There's also going to be Star Wars Bounty Hunter, 50% off on PlayStation. Star Wars Dark Forces, 50% off on PlayStation. Then there's the Episode 1 Racer, 50% off on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And then Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are both 75% off on Xbox. There's a lot more, but I'm going to hand it off to somebody else.
First of all, thank you, Emily, for underlining these in the show notes. Before I got on the show, this was the first day, right? I finished class. I have to tell this story. I finished class, and I was thinking, I am not going to look at show notes. I'm going to relax my brain for a bit. And then I open the show notes, and I go, what the heck, Jared? So we're going to keep this party going. You ready?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm going to name the next series of video games. So we've got Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, 50% off on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. We've got Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic, also 50% off. I'm not going to name the systems at the moment. There's Xbox. Most of these are Xbox. You got some PlayStation. If you got a system, just check it out. You might find it there. So we've got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Sith Lords, 50% off. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, 75% off. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, 67% off. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, 75% off. Star Wars Racer Revenge, 50% off. Star Wars Republic Commando, 50% off. And Super Star Wars, 50% off. And the last one's on PlayStation. So there's various consoles there, and definitely there's so much more.
Yeah, there's a lot. The only other ones I want to plug would be Knights of the Old Republic is got 50% off on mobile and Switch. And Knights of the Old Republic 2 also is getting a deal on mobile. So I'm excited about that. I don't have that one yet on mobile. $4.99 for Knights of the Old Republic 2. $4.99.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic. There's more than 499 Sith Lords in that game. I mean, there's a lot. Very excited. Yeah. And then one more thing, Rick, I believe we've got a graphic for something that I have not seen marketed this way, but it is gorgeous. The Aspyr Star Wars Heritage Pack. That's the company that's been re-releasing these classic Legends games. They've bundled them, guys. 25% off the collection that they've been re-releasing these Legends games on Switch. You've got Republic Commando, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, Episode 1 Racer, and the newest re-release, The Force Unleashed, all 25% off, April 28th through May 5th. And that is one of the really exciting pieces of news. Let's jump ahead to this, that The Force Unleashed has gotten a re-release for the Nintendo Switch. Isn't that the coolest graphic you've ever seen? Look at that sucker, Star Killer, pushing those stormtroopers off the Switch screen.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's so cool. That's a great graphic.
I looked at this, and it's like, wow, I don't have this yet for the Switch. Feel like I might pick it up. Hold on. I've typically been getting these re-release games from Limited Run, getting those nice collectible. We are actually going to be talking about some of these next week on the show. I just showed you the backside. Here it is. All right. Yeah. So I've got these big. I showed you the backside again. Come on. Got Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, the green, if you can see it. Got the blue. We'll get some better lighting when I make the video. I have not yet even cracked the cellophane on these in Jedi Academy.
Nice.
Freddie, I know that you bought some of the Limited Run. Tell the good folks what these are. What in general does Limited Run do with these classic video games?
Yeah, Limited Run, typically what they like to do is they will release a game on, let's say, Switch, for instance, and I think Knights of the Old Republic is one of them. And what they'll do is they'll package it with certain type of gift or
paraphernalia,
extra goodies, right? Star Wars paraphernalia. Exactly. Like for instance, one of the cool ones I think is like a Sith blade mail opener with the Limited Run. There's a ton of stuff there, and they also have a cool card, right? A collectible trading card, which I feel like is what a lot of people are going after. So that's Limited Run. Really cool. Got really cool stuff over there, and it's not just Star Wars games. It's vintage games from anything you can think of. I don't know how they get the rights to these things, but
it is astounding what they do. It really is. Yeah, and specifically, we've got a new re-release of The Force Unleashed. There's two different versions, just like they are doing with Knights of the Old Republic. We've got the Premium Edition and the Master Edition. Rick, show us something, and we'll talk about it. This is the case for... It's so cool. Emily, have you played The Force Unleashed? Do you know anything about this?
I have not.
Oh, man.
Let's see. What were you doing in 2008?
I was a sophomore in high school, so not a whole lot. But I was
playing
Star Killer was
video
doing.
games. Were you have like any Xbox, PlayStation 2 era video games?
No, that was the year that we got like a PS4. Was that a thing?
No.
That's a little bit later, I think.
Later, PS3. I don't know. Something had just come out. And I had a sick day, and all I wanted to do was watch a Blu-ray DVD, and I couldn't figure out how to get the game system to work, and so I just cried in the living room because like that was the only thing I wanted to do, and I couldn't figure out how to make the console work. I will say I was really, really good at Nintendo 64 and PlayStation SP. Only Pokemon games, basically.
Nice.
So,
yes. Approved.
That
was Pokemon.
That was my scope.
One of us.
we do love our Pokemon. Well, you don't have to cry because now you can play Nintendo. God, I just messed it up. You don't have to cry because now you can play The Force Unleashed for the first time. Emily, later this year, after this comes out, it takes like 8 months for them to make these. We will do like a full Force Unleashed week on Legends Look Back, and we'll play the video game, we'll play the second one, and we'll stream them, and we'll open up these collectible editions, we'll read the book. There's a lot. They did a full multimedia thing. There's comics of these.
Nice.
Sam Witwer, the actor who has gone on to voice Maul and the Emperor in like the animated series, Clone Wars and Rebels. He is Star Killer. It was the very first motion cap blanket statement. It was a very notable early motion cap performance in a video game. And so we now have this on the Nintendo Switch. We've got the premium edition that includes... Freddie, why don't you let the folks know? I'm talking too much. What's in the premium edition?
Well, I was going to ask, or I was going to tell Emily, you're going to enjoy the feeling of watching Starkiller pull a death... what is it?
Star
Destroyer from the sky with the Force.
He does.
This
overpowered.
This is another one of those games that I got but haven't played. I haven't finished it. I've played it. I just haven't finished it.
You'll have a chance, Rick.
I know.
Totally.
I'm going to buy it again on the Switch because that's what we do.
All right, Jared, put me back on track. Don't know where we're at in this long list of
we've got
things.
2 different editions. I don't even know the difference between the 2 yet. I just threw these in the show notes and figured we'd figure it out on the show. So I have not yet decided. The sale, it's only on sale for like another day or 2.
Oh,
I've got to decide quickly if I'm going to buy these. I mean, I probably will. But which one am I going to buy? The premium or the master edition? This is the premium, right, Rick?
Aren't you going to be a master? Aren't you allowed to buy that now?
I will be a master. Oh, that's why. That'll be my master's
That's the logic.
gift to myself. That's it. We solved it, guys. All right. The premium edition has what?
Let's see. The premium edition, I have no idea, but
I'll go for
let's see here. There we go. Go ahead.
Rick's
You got it.
Thank you,
I
Rick.
found it.
Sure
I found it.
All right, Freddie, I'll let you have the master because
Got
you
it.
are about to be a master. I'm just premium, I guess. So
Emily was before me. She's got it too.
So the premium edition includes a physical copy of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed for Switch, a premium edition foil stamped box, the Star Wars: The Force Unleashed steelbook, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, that's hard to say 5 times fast, 18 by 24 reversible poster, character concept art cards, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed commemorative coin, a proxy enamel pin, and a certificate of authenticity. Boom. It's pretty cool
Love
stuff
it.
in there.
That's a lot of stuff for the premium. I'm
Yeah.
not even sure. I think that's what these are.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
a
ones I have are
foil
premium.
something like that.
It feels like I know I ordered the master edition of Knights of the Old Republic, but I love the Force Unleashed too. I mean, I remember following the in Game Informer magazine every last morsel of information I could get about the development of this game before it was released. The first level, Emily, this is how crazy this game is. Let's say this is how 2008 this game is. All right. The first level is your Darth Vader just choking the life out of Wookiees. That's the entire
You're
level. You're just
stomping
like
around Kashyyyk.
rampage. It is
Yeah.
a mass murder spree on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
pretty terrible.
I know this one.
Yeah, that's the first level because it like
all I got.
introduces you to how to play the game, and then after that
level.
you're Star Killer, and you got to learn more about the Force and unlocking things. It's a great game, absolutely fantastic,
You know, I definitely
despite
see.
the brutality of it all.
Yeah. Despite, it's a great game. Yeah, and there's definitely a difference between these two games. There's a lot more on the Master Edition, but there's also different stuff for both. So I could really see how people could be trading for these things, and I see where Limited Run is going with their concept here, which is that exclusivity, right? So the next one, we got the Master Edition, which includes
Look
a
at this
physical-
gorgeous case, though.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful case.
It's so cool.
Yep. So we got a physical copy of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed for Switch, a premium edition foil stamped box, premium foil hand cover strategy guide, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed steelbook, light up holocron replica. That's cool. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 18 by 24 inch reversible poster, character concept art cards, character art lithographs, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed commemorative coin, Star Killer miniature hilt replica, proxy enamel pin, and certificate of authenticity. I think I'm gonna use that coin for our next Pokemon session. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'll be flipping heads on Crushing Hammer and removing all of your energy, Freddie. All right, what are the differences between the premium and the master? Help me make up my. I'll get the master because it's like when I get my master's degree. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
It does.
But a holocron
The
and
holocron.
the lightsaber, are those the two big
I think
differences?
that's the biggest thing: the
Then there's-
holocron and the lithograph.
Maybe the strategy guide, I think, is also.
Oh, there's a book.
There's
It's
a
a Star Wars book.
Yes.
All right,
There you
I'm
go.
getting it.
Yeah.
There's a Star Wars book. Now I've got to figure out if this thing charges when you pre-order or when it ships. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's the important one.
$175. It is not cheap. The pre-orders close May 29th. Oh, I've got a month. Yes. All right. I've got time to raise money. About to have a bake-off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
All right. Yeah, and we got one more cool image here. This is of the Master Edition. Look at this thing. I'm in awe. How about you guys?
What's the price for it? 175.
Yeah, $174.99, so a penny cheaper.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Oh, Man, I thought you said 75. I'm like, yeah, I could do 75.
But don't worry, Rick. I'm pretty sure just the regular version is on sale with May the 4th.
Gee, thanks.
And you know what?
Just you want to play the game.
Yeah.
Be fair with yourself as well. When you receive all of these things, where will most of it go, right?
That's one too many figures for me.
That's right. That's right. Well,
that's a good one, Rick.
You know what else is going to cost the figures, but way fewer of them. Just regular old Legends books. In fact, and as I was doing the research for the upcoming releases, there was one I didn't even know about. Emily, since you've got a little one, tell us about the first of these new books coming out. This one was a surprise to me.
The Little Golden Books is coming back. They're doing it again. The Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi, releasing on May 3rd, just in time for Kenobi Week. Super exciting.
I can hear that cover.
Do it, Rick. Yeah. Do the noise. I hear it.
That's good, man.
All right, F's in the chat for all of our ears, because that was something. That was this. I believe the art is by Jake Bartok on Twitter. Kind of a prolific internet personality who was doing Star Wars art just on the internet because he loves Star Wars, and then got hired by Lucasfilm to start doing official art. And so it's very cool. I love this cover. I'm hoping it says the legend on the cover. So let's hope there's a little bit of a legend story in there. I'd like to see like maybe his Legend's girlfriend, Siri, in there. That'd be cool. Or anything. Honestly, throw me some kind of a Legends bone. Just one.
I need a recording of that Yelp that Rick did there, though. That was pretty good. Not gonna lie, that sounded.
Yeah.
I like sounds.
He sounded just perfect. Oh.
I dig it.
All right. Let's see. Somebody roll us down through the list here of what else is coming out on the horizon in the month of May for Legends fans.
Yeah, we've got
Emily. I was going to call on you, and then I heard the baby cry. So
yeah, I can do it real quick if you don't mind the background terror. Legends Epic Collection, Tales of the Jedi, Volume 2. That's also releasing May 3rd. Star Wars Legends Empire Omnibus Volume 1 hardcover, releasing also right before May the 4th. Legends Epic Collection, The Clone Wars Volume 4, releasing May 31st, the very end of the month. And the Thrawn Trilogy box set also releasing at the very end of May. Look at that.
This is crazy.
That is a gorgeous box set.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a box set.
Ugh.
I really am. There's some, as I've done some Legends collecting in recent years, I found that there are some box sets I didn't know about. There's a box set with some of the Young Jedi Knights books that come in a box.
Oh man.
It's like I've already got the books, but I got to get that box.
Yeah.
There's one with some of the Tales books. Tales of Jabba's Palace, Mos Eisley Cantina. They're all, I think, Freddie. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. Somebody in the Discord let us know. I think there's even a box set somewhere that has Truce at Bakura in it.
What?
You know what? There's I can't remember the series. There was a series of books that they kept together for some reason. I'm pretty sure I could look at that. Truce at Bakura. It's Heir to the Empire, Truce at Bakura, and there's something else. I can't remember.
Okay.
But they marketed them together for a bit because it was just new content.
Revamping
right?
the EU.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, so
I'll see
you've
if I can
already got
find
the
it
box
right
set.
here.
Is that what you're saying?
Somewhere. I can't remember what it was exactly, but I feel like it's those three because they also released Micro Machines of the same books in the box.
Nice.
So it was kind of like a marketing thing. At least that's what I think so. I can see the box in betwixt the other boxes.
Betwixt?
So.
Did you say betwixt?
I did.
You're such a man of culture, Freddie.
Thank you. It's the smoking jacket, the bubble pipe. I'm ready.
But before we move on to, speaking of sophistication and culture, before we move on to an announcement regarding Kenobi Week, which is coming up soon, I want to give a shout out of the great Star Wars Legends podcasts that has existed for forever. And that is Star Wars Bookworms. Any of y'all ever listen to Star Wars Bookworms?
Oh, yeah, Star Wars Bookworms.
It is one of the OGs, isn't it, Freddie?
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I'm not even sure which one I first listened to, if it was Remind me the first one that you and I are very fond of.
Jedi Journals.
Jedi Journals. We love Jedi Journals and Star Wars Bookworms. I would say it was probably Jedi Journals, but following that, it was, it's been around in my repertoire for a while.
There you go.
Thought I'd throw another one in there.
I'm not 100% sure. I meant to do the research before this started and just straight up didn't. But this show has been around for forever. I mean, I've at least listened to it for 8 years.
Yeah, at least 8
years, which is
that's a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the hosts who I'm a huge fan of, hopefully get a chance to meet her at Star Wars Celebration, Teresa Delgado, recently announced that she is stepping down from Star Wars Bookworms after at least 8 years. I'm not exactly sure on the exact number. So we here at Legends Look Back want to give a huge shout out to one of the forebearers of our show, one that has inspired us and entertained us and informed us for many, many years. So shout out. It's not over. Aaron's going to keep it going. I don't know the whole, spiel on who's up next, but shout out to you guys. We love the show and proud of you. Congratulations to Teresa for moving on to what's the larger world? I don't know.
Yeah, the bigger pond. I don't know. We both tried.
Definitely. That's right. The point is, we were thoughtful. All right, and you guys were great. What else? Rick, tell the good folks about Kenobi Week.
Yeah,
this is huge.
Kenobi Week, it's coming up. We're going to have a crossover event between all of our live shows here at UTNE. It's coming up May 15th to the 21st. Here is the schedule to know of what's going on. Monday, the Living Force is going to kick things off with a Kenobi character spotlight. Then a couple days later, Wednesday, the Cosmic Force is going to have a discussion about the Obi-Wan comic. Then Thursday on the greatest of all shows, Legends Look Back, the Kenobi book by John Jackson Miller. And then Friday night, a special treat with game nights, something with Obi-Wan, still to be determined. And then Saturday on the Star Wars Archives, The Ben Years. And
this is huge.
Yeah, many more surprises and bonus content coming from the whole brand that is UTNE that week. So a lot of good stuff to be found.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
I can't wait to play the video game of Kenobi where you have to walk through the desert for about a day to get groceries.
I don't think it's the book adapted into a video game, Freddie.
Wait, you have to just walk through the desert for like an indeterminate amount of time? What?
What we're trying to pull off, the issue is it's not easy to come by. Yeah. There was a PlayStation 1 and original Xbox, maybe PlayStation 2, old school video game. I've never played it, called, ready for it? Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the name of the game. It's like an episode 1 era game, isn't it? You guys ever played this?
I've never played it. I have.
So I'm trying to get Wes or Andrew or one of them, Emma maybe, to stream some gameplay for us as a part of Kenobi Week. We're working on the details, but a lot of fun stuff. Coming. I just finished my reread of Kenobi, and it holds up. What a masterpiece!
Yeah, it really is. It's great.
So, if you want to participate in Kenobi Week, we would love to have you. It is going to be huge. You're not going to want to miss a single second of it. Emily, what should people do to prepare if they want to be a part of Kenobi Week?
So first off, you can pick it up. Pick up a copy of Kenobi by John Jackson Miller. It was recently released as part of the Essential Legends collection. Excuse my poor sick baby.
Oh, it's all good.
And it's also available as an unabridged audiobook performed by John. Wait, really? By John Jackson Miller?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, that seems unusual.
Yeah.
All right.
Jonathan Davis. He's great.
Oh, okay.
That's Jonathan Davis.
By Jonathan Davis. There you go. You can get it for free at utne.com/audible. You can also pick up from the journals of Obi-Wan Kenobi for a quicker read, so you can participate in the Cosmic Force. We even have an affiliate link. Hopefully you'll be able to check the episode description. We will drop it in the chat if you would like to click on it there.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's no excuse to not read Kenobi in time, except for the fact that we're only giving you a few weeks notice.
Yeah.
So
there's that.
But the book's been out years, right?
Yeah.
So
it's part of the foundational 5. We should have read it by now, I think.
Totally. And if you haven't, hey, no shaming here. you can get a free audiobook copy from utini.com/audible. We also have an affiliate link for the ELC that we'll throw in the Discord if you'd like to pick up your copy and give us the whopping 4% for mentioning it and plugging it for you. Before we close, Freddie, it's almost time. Let's at least get a couple of rounds.
Yeah, thank you.
Of
I
your
was
stupid-
going to request. I was going to request.
So we're gonna play Penn and Teller's video game where we drive a bus for 7 hours from Arizona to Vegas.
Triggered. He said bus.
Can we at least appreciate how much Legends news we had to cover tonight?
That was a
That
lot.
was that and
That was an
just for-
extraordinary amount of news.
like I said,
Legendary.
it was a legendary amount of show notes. When I looked at it, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna lose my place for sure this episode, and it happened. All right, so I'm gonna press this button here because I don't know the answers to some of these, and I think this is the only way to figure that out. And if not, we'll figure it out. So here we go. I'm gonna press this button. You see it's going, and it says 12:41. So while I look for this page, talk about how lovely this game's gonna be.
That is almost the amount of time that we've been on the air. It is 12 hours and 41. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, it's over like an hour, I think. We're doing good. 12:41. I'm guessing this is going to be prequel trilogy, right?
All right.
Or at least early
This is
chronologically.
Ooh, good job. Revenge of the Sith era.
Okay.
All right, so 12:41. The actor reprised his role as Chewbacca in this is almost too easy. Revenge of the Sith. I'm not even sure if I should say this. A. Michael Kigna. B. Peter Mayhew. C. Axel Dench. D. James Rowland. A little easy there.
And the church said B.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a Wookiee panel at Star Wars Celebration.
What?
There's going to be like a tribute to Peter Mayhew, led by Jonas Sutomo, and
Nice.
the actor who plays the Black Wookiee, Kersantin.
Yep. Hey,
Yeah, what is even Will agrees.
Yeah, Will is speaking.
He's intrigued.
That was like a Wookiee sound, wasn't it?
Very much so.
That was
So
cool.
my daughter has a Star Wars Colors book, and there's a Chewbacca page, and she knows like Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and then when it goes to Chewbacca, she goes Chi-Chi, which is her grandmother's name. I haven't told her this for obvious reasons. I don't know if it's because she's a brunette, but like, it's just an interesting connection.
Wow.
So Emily,
Not
do
gonna
you
comment on that?
Emily, do you have a Wookiee sound for us?
No, absolutely not. But that's how my youngest brother and my husband greet each other when they see each other for the first time in a long time. They make this weird
awesome.
Wookiee noise, and like I don't even know why.
Do they like tree
That's
hug
funny.
each other?
No, they just do the Wookiee noise. Wait, maybe
All
they
right,
do
Freddie,
tree
you got
hug.
another one queued up for us?
Got another one. Thanks for vamping,
All right,
guys.
here we go.
All right, so this is a pretty interesting one. Who did Leia call a jittery little thing? A. Logray. B. Wicket. C. Chief Chirpa. D. Tebow.
Oh, definition, please.
I like to bow your vowel.
Jittery little thing. Who?
All right, say it again.
Okay, who did Princess Leia call a jittery little thing?
Wicket.
Was it Wicket? Okay, we're gonna go with Wicket.
Sure.
Let me see if that's right. I don't know if you could hear that. It was
Yeah.
like ding, ding,
Is
ding,
that a
ding,
good?
ding.
Is that a good sound?
It's a good sound.
got it.
Hear that.
We got it.
Nice.
Yay!
Get wrecked.
What a great reward.
I know.
I know. All right, let's see. This one hopefully should be a little easier. 171.
171. It's going.
So that's
old
gonna be the
school.
early days.
Chronologically, at
All right.
least.
Chronologically. Okay. From which planet did Senator Ain Lee team hail from?
Do we get choices?
No.
What do you mean no? This I
A.
can get this if I absolutely will be able to
I
get
know
it
you
if we have
will.
multiple choice.
A. Zagaba. B. Malastare. C. Tatooine. D. Naboo. Process of
I
elimination.
know, but I'll give y'all a chance, but I know it.
I knew it.
I have a guess, but read the four choices again.
Okay. let's see here. From which planet did Senator Ailey team hail? Zagaba, Malastare, Tatooine, Naboo.
Emily,
what?
do you have a guess?
I'm gonna say it in 5 seconds.
I think Malastare.
Oh.
I think Malastare too.
Okay.
All
Me
right,
too.
Malastare. Let's
Yeah.
see here. You ready?
Which in my mind means he's a Doug, because I think the Dougs are from Malastare.
Yay!
Yes, you wouldn't think about a
Reward
Doug senator,
time.
you know, walking
I
up
knew
to the
it the whole
podium
time.
to give your speech on your
Yes.
hands.
Yeah.
Grab the microphone with your feet. That's kind of a thing to do.
Isn't there a line too, like the senator from Malastare has the floor or something like that?
Sounds right.
We just watched Phantom Menace a couple days ago, so anyway.
All right, I'm gonna consider myself two no, even though Rick said it first.
I mean,
I
you
knew
gave
it
me a
first.
chance. You gave me a chance, yeah. The gentleman and the scholar.
All right, let's do 5. So that was 2.
Okay. So I've got 22. So we're going back in time here.
Oh man.
Let's see how easy this is. When speaking before the Senate on Coruscant, what action did Queen Amidala move for a vote on? A.
Did you just say Armadillo?
Amidala, guys. Come on.
Amid-
I did not say that.
Armadillo.
Amidala.
She's actually a senator from Texas.
All right. A. Tariffs on Perlimian trade route. Sorry, guys. I'm having a hard time with this.
Yeah, Perlinian. Get it right, Freddie.
Disbanding the Trade Federation. No confidence in in Chancellor Valorum. Or D. Extending the Chancellor's term limit.
Oh shoot! I wouldn't even listen to the question.
Oh,
What's the
All
question?
right.
I know.
Go for it,
Okay.
Rick. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
It's C, a vote for no confidence.
Let's see. You ready? Let's go with that one.
Armadillo. Yeah. A. That's it.
Yeah,
There it is.
Got it. All right. So Rick and I are tied,
Queen Armadillo.
Armadillo.
and Emily's tied up.
Sorry, y'all.
You're good.
All right, so we're at 12:29. So we're going ahead a bit. It's keeping us in the prequels, it seems.
What
All
happened to that good expanded universe question that we had before the show?
There's so many in here. We're just gonna have to land on it. Okay, so 12:29. Who contacted Senator Organa regarding a special session of Congress? A. Saytaria. B. Masamita. C. Sly Moore. D. Chancellor Palpatine.
Can you read that again? That sounds like a trick question.
Yeah.
All right. Who contacted Senator Organa regarding a special session of Congress? Mind you, we're in the Revenge of the Sith era, so that's
Okay,
a
that
bit of
helps.
clarification
And
there.
is this just based on movies, or are we extend universe lore as well?
It could be both, possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what the
it's
rules are
blurry
here.
at this point,
Okay.
Rick.
All right. So what were the choices again?
So it was A. Saytaria, B. Masamita, C. Sly Moore, D. Chancellor Palpatine, or F. Armadillo.
Contacted Organa.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot. I don't know this one. I legitimately don't know it. I'll say Armadillo. But I'm not even
Armadillo.
remotely certain.
Okay. Read the choices one more time. I'm sorry.
Saytaria, Masamita, Sly Moore, Chancellor Palpatine.
I'm gonna say Masamita, but I'm not sure that's right.
Okay. What are you guys thinking?
I said Armadillo. That's not even an option.
And I went with you, which is like, it makes it even
All
worse.
right. We've got a Justin in the chat.
God.
Oh, good.
thinking,
Thanks for checking that.
Sly Moore. So, all right, let's go with Rick's because I want to see if it's a bad ding dong. Oh,
You got it right. All right, Rick wins the
Awesome.
game. That's
Good
it.
Must
We're
have
calling
job.
it. We're
I
so
won
tired.
one.
We've made Freddie repeat every single question.
And I didn't even need a master's degree to do it.
That's
so
right.
Emily,
Congratulations. We
the
get
next-
master's degrees. You get the
yeah,
Got my
awesome.
priorities straight, and I'm bringing in the
Uh,
figures one way or another.
Emily,
Perfect.
your next child is going to be named Chives Armadillo.
Chives Armadillo. There, we got some great options.
I'll second that. I'll second that. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Emily, glad to have you back. And I'm sure that you're just so glad to be back after this crazy episode that we have had.
It's been wonderful. Thank you guys so much.
Hold on,
Happy to have you.
I'm still stuck. Can we actually pronounce it Chives?
Anyway,
Armadillo.
coming up in the next couple of Utini shows next week, we've got the Queen's Hope Roundtable on Monday with the Living Force. On Wednesday, the May the 4th special with the Cosmic Force. I don't even know what that's going to be about, but I'm excited. I'm going to be in California with Freddie, so I'll be earlier in the time zones. So hopefully more time to catch silly content in the evenings. I'm not sure. Regardless, very excited for that. And then Thursday, I still have to tell you guys about this. I told you exactly what it's going to be. We're going to have Andrew here on the show filling in for me, and he is going to be playing the Jedi Academy games for a little while here live on Legends Lookback. And you're going to kind of talk to him about the Legends history of these games. And we're going to get, the behind the scenes information on them and why Kyle Katarn is the Chuck Norris of Legends. It's going to be amazing. I'm sure I'll catch it sooner or later. Well, that is it for this week. Thank you for joining us for Legends Look Back. Thanks especially to our incredible patrons for your amazing support. A special thank you to our Jedi High Council composed. And I feel like Freddie and I, should probably get a seat on the council right now. Wait, Freddie, you're already on the council, but now they're going to grant you the rank of master. You see what I did there?
I like it.
Yeah, okay. And our Brian Dooley, Earl Q, Patrick Ortiz, and Carl Sander on the Jedi High Council and the Alliance High Command, Matt Billington, Elizabeth Cloutier, Freddie C, and Sally and Chris Eilerson. Thanks to all of you for helping us make the shows. And also, if you're watching the show and appreciate what we do, even if you don't, hey, click those buttons that do stuff. There's a lot of buttons. You got the button that subs to the channel. There's the button that rings the bell. What's the bell do? I don't know. Let's give it a try and find out. Leave us a like if you're watching this on YouTube. That helps other people find the show. And if you're listening in your podcast platform of choice, you can also leave us a review there, as long as it's got all the stars. If it's not all the stars, let's just leave those stars on the table. All right. If you would like your thoughts read on the show, you can email us at legendslookback@utini.com. Send us a message in the Legends Lookback Discord channel. You can leave a comment on this episode on YouTube, or you can find us on Twitter at Legends Lookback, or Freddie
At Wake Up Freddy.
Rick
At Rick_Grace.
Emily
At Darth Daybeck.
or me. I'm at Jared Q. Mays. If you're looking to buy some of these books and want to help support the show, there's a lot of books. We mentioned a lot tonight. You got Tales of the Jedi Volume 2. There's that big omnibus about Darth Vader. There's a lot of stuff. Hey, you can go on over to utini.com, click the Amazon link in the profile, and then after you've read it, leave us a review and let us know what you think. Remember, keep the Utini fan code and be a force for positivity in the fandom. May the force be with you.